back. It is time for a great day food. It's one of the season's most popular vegetables. I'm sure most of us have them in our garden. We are talking about squash.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Well, Chef Plum is going to show us an easy, hi chef, and delicious Monday dinner to make with it. And I hear you're making stuffed garden squash with ground turkey.
Well, let me tell you something right now. Nice to see you guys, of course, as always.
Nice to see
I'll tell
you.
what, these things, they get overwhelming. Like,
So many.
The cool
We have
part
so
about
many
it is,
of them.
if you're like me, well, I mean, listen, if you're like me, you can't grow anything. Like, you can grow these because they'll grow anywhere. It's very, like, rewarding. Like, hey, look what I grew. It's incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
My wife is the best gardener on the planet, right? And so these things,
she is.
I mean, your friends give them to you. Everybody gives you these things. So we think of all things you can do. You can saute them up. You can put them in pasta. How about just use them as a main course? So let me show you what I'm going to do here. So what I've got is one of these giant zucchinis. You can do this with the squash, you know, or the zucchini. They're all the same plant. They're just different colors. It's the same thing. Behind me, just so you guys can see, I've got a little pot of hot boiling water here.
Okay.
It's just a little salt and water. Piece of cake. Caitlin, you can do that.
Simple.
Right? Salt and
Perfect.
water. You got that.
Yep.
Boil it. Cool. Just checking. And then what I've done is, if you go to my overhead camera, I'll show you. I've got a little ground turkey here that I just browned off in the pan. A little salt, pepper, ground turkey, and I seasoned it up with a little bit of, you can use whatever you want. I've got a little stuff from my friend the Spiceology here, and little herbs, dry herbs in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, you can use like a jarred tomato sauce like this, like I'm going to use to keep it simple. Or if you wanted to, you could throw a little ground tomato in there, a chopped tomato from a box, or even a fresh tomato. I'm going to pour about half a cup here. This is a pound of ground turkey.
If we have fresh tomatoes, can we use our fresh tomatoes?
Yes, that's what I was just talking about. You can throw those fresh tomatoes in here and just cook them down a little bit and let them cook down and get kind of almost to a sauce consistency. I don't mind having that chunkiness in there either. So I got a little tomato in there, a little tomato sauce, a little ground turkey, seasoned up, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese right here, right?
Yeah.
This is literally the hardest part of this recipe. Parmesan cheese. Yeah, this is all delicious. This is all the things that a growing boy needs. Look at me. I can tell you. Trust me, a lot of it. So you want to just mix it up so it's nice and mixed up in there. Good. Now we're going to put this to the side, let it hang out. I'm going to grab one of our zucchinis here. This guy, I'm going to cut the ends off like this.
Okay.
And what you want to do that I found that makes it so much easier, I'm going to split this into smaller pieces, then split it in half again, right? So we're taking it down. I've got this particular one I cut into, was it 6 pieces here?
Okay.
I'm going to take this, I'm going to drop this into our blanched boiling water here, just to blanch these off a little bit.
Okay.
Put it right in the boiling water. It'll take about 3 or 4 minutes in that water, and when they come out, they'll look like this, right? Kind of softish there, a little softer. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. I'm going to take my spoon and just pull out those inside seeds.
Taking some of the seeds out. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, because there's a lot of moisture in there.
you're
I
making
have
like
to
a
take
little
those out,
boat.
right?
I was going to say, is it easy
Exactly.
to scoop that? Is it easy to scoop that out?
Yeah, once they blanch,
Soup.
you blanch it.
Yeah. It's just
Super
kind of like,
easy.
yep.
So,
Super easy.
I mean,
I just use a spoon. Super
and
easy.
you made a little meat sauce with the ground turkey, but I mean, if people want to do it with ground beef or with ground chicken, right?
Sausage.
Right.
Yeah.
Good sausage. Anything. You can even do it with
matter.
fish if you want to get really crazy. So then what I do is I'll take these guys here and I'll just put a little of that filling inside of them. Little filling inside of them like
Little
this.
squash boat. I love it.
That looks delicious.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And then we'll hit it with a little cheese on top. And then I'm going to bake these in the oven for about 3 or 4 minutes. Nice hot oven. And when they come out, look how beautiful this is. This is incredible. Here.
Oh, wow.
Check this out. And then what we can do is I take a little bit of our sauce here on the plate. Because you got to make things look pretty, right? I'm going to pour a little sauce on the plate. You know,
Oh, yeah.
do the chefy line. Or if you want to be really fancy, do the schmear. There you go. How about that?
Yeah, there we go. That's a chef move.
Oh, look at the presentation. Very fancy.
Look at that. How simple is that?
good,
Now, the cool thing about this is you can do this, like you said, ground turkey, ground sausage, ground chicken, like you guys were talking about, ground steak.
Yeah.
You could also take this and do it with just some tofu even, or if you want to do something even fancier with it.
Right.
You talked about those garden tomatoes earlier, right? Take those garden tomatoes and just slice them. Do the exact same process here. Slice those garden tomatoes up, put them inside of there, salt, pepper, melt some cheese right on top of it, finish it with basil. Vegetarian now with those garden tomatoes. There's so many of these things.
Basically, like you'd make a bruschetta, right? But without the toast, you just use the zucchini.
Yeah.
Bruschetta. Thanks for saying it the right way. Bruschetta. But yeah, there's so many fun ways you could do this. Don't be afraid of these squash and these zucchini. They are, I'm telling you, they are the main popular thing in our gardens right now. We can all grow them. different colors, different shapes, different sizes, but you can do so many fun things with them. Stuffing them is one of my favorites. I can't recommend it enough. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you check out Seasoned on CT Public this week, Thursday. It's going to be a fantastic show. I can't wait. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have some stuffed squash. Don't be afraid of them.
Love
and even when you blanch them like this, you can eat them just like this. Salt them up. It's delicious.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, Chef.
Chef's kiss.
Thanks,
Chef Plum.